Hey, good morning. Welcome to the morning brief. Today is Tuesday, June 16th. So, what is going on today? Well, looking at forexfactory.com calendar, 8:30 this morning, we had building permits that came in as expected or very close, 1.41 versus 1.42 million. Very close. That's not a bad number. The bad number is the housing starts. The housing starts were substantially below the expectation, 1.18 million versus 1.4 million. So, I live in Tennessee. So my neighbor has been doing a remodeling job that has taken over a year to do. Now, normally in my previous life, I was a contractor and this was a 90-day job at the absolute most. These days, the remodeling jobs are taking 10 times longer because there is no labor. They couldn't get a roofer. They couldn't get a framer. They couldn't get, all of these are immigrant-based jobs, at least here in Tennessee, and there are just not enough people doing the work because they are being moved outside of the U.S. That's all we're going to say. But this number does not surprise me. And I think that we're going to see the entire housing mechanism slowing down. And that is a huge driver for the economy. That's not good. Import prices at 1.9% versus 0.9%. So way above what we expected. This means it's just more inflation. Now, whether import prices are up because of inflation or because of tariffs, not important. The important is it is rising. This will feed into our inflation numbers. At 4:30, we have the API weekly statistical bulletin, and that covers all the U.S. numbers. Of course, we're going to have Trump tweets as well as information coming out of Iran. Moving on, looking at the daily chart, you can see from the daily chart we have a giant gap. Now, whether this ends up being an island gap or whatever, we won't know until we have a couple more days worth of data, but it's very common for gaps to get filled. But the question is, when do they get filled? So there is an existing gap that is a magnet to go down there and close that gap. We're above the 20-day, the 50-day, and the 200-day, all bullish. Looks still as a bullish pattern. Short-term bull, medium-term sideways, and long-term, of course, bullish. Moving to the inventory, was positive on positive price action. So that is expected, and that's exactly what we want to see. So nothing to say there. Looking at the overnight action. Overnight action is actually interesting in that it's only 22 points. This is extraordinarily low. Very low volatility overnight. So 22 is back to the historical average, which is 22 to 25. I almost don't know what to do with myself. It's such a low amount of movement overnight. Stock Trader's Almanac is 52.4. So 52.4% chance the market will be up today. That's only a 2.4% advantage over 50-50 call. So not a super strong number. Hope you have a great day. Happy trading. And remember to subscribe and like. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching the morning brief. Check out my website for more information, oneononetrading.com. Take a look at the Troy levels, a trade location finder for the futures markets. Help you find those levels of support and resistance that are just so hard to find. I also do personal coaching and mentorships. So go ahead and take a look at my website, oneononetrading.com.